Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for joining me today. So today we are going to look through all my pastel roses, my old ones, because I think the majority of them have dried up, so we'll probably need to do a declutter. And then we've got these new ones in here, which I have used all of them. So recently I used the Halloween selection, this one here, and then I think the week before I used these ones. These are just random ones that was in the sale and that I quite like the look of. So we'll be putting them in here. I mean, it looks a bit of a mess on the front, but that doesn't matter. Inside is what it looks like. So I've got a lot, and we're going to be swatching, so then I can tell, are they dry or are they not dry. Some of them, like the blues and the greens, I have had pretty much since Pastel Roses began, because Pastel Roses was the only indie brand that was in the UK, and I think to a certain point it is still the only indie brand in the UK that sells multichrome, shifty eyeshadows, singles, where I would go anyway. I don't like really going outside of the UK, and I don't feel like I will be shopping in the US now. Monolith brings certain palettes to their site, so I'll definitely shop within them if I see a certain palette like the Ensley Rain Glow, but other than that, no, I don't feel like I will. So most of it's pastel roses, but you've got the odd one or two shades that isn't. My back's a bit sore, so we'll just have to... Right, I don't think this is... I've got a feeling it's Kaima Cosmetics. Doesn't have a shade name on it. This one looks fine. Yeah, that one's smooth. Right, so we'll keep that one. Right, pastel roses now. I can normally tell. This one looks dry AF. Yeah, this one's Skyfall. No, that one's going. It's very, like, you can't even see the pigment. So that one's going. And the pans are also starting to get rusty. So that tells me that it's gone bad. Then we've got a very similar shade to that, but it's a bit darker. This one is Werewolf. I think that was part of a Halloween. That one doesn't seem to be as bad. We'll keep that one. Yeah, we'll keep that one. I'm going to clean the palette up. I'm just not doing that yet. So I'll put the ones I'm keeping back into the palette. I have got eyeshadow all over me. Might be a long video this, guys, so I would get a snack, get a drink, get comfy. I will edit it where I can. Right, we've got a green one here. Can you see how they're all like chunky and emerald? Yeah, it's flaky. It's flaky, but you can see it. Let's see. No, you can't see it on the hand though. That one can go. Any of these that I really, really like, I will just see if I can buy them again. But I'm not going to buy too many because I've got, what, 12 in there in the newer palette. And obviously I've not gotten to these ones, so it just feels like I've said, here you go, pastel roses, take my money, and then dumping it in the bin. I think this is a multichrome. I don't have too many multichromes. Yeah, Hypnosis. I will be pissed if I have to throw this one out. Let's just go around the pan. This is the second one I got, you see. The first one I dropped on the floor and it shattered everywhere. Oh, that's so pretty. Please do not make me throw you out yet. No, that's fine. Wow. Okay. There's another one. I think I've only got 2 multichromes from Pastel Roses. Merope. No, I've got 3. Yeah, I'm briefly going in and wiping them because the pan here looks like it's getting rusty. This one's older than that one that I've just swatched, so I don't know, but this one looks smoother. Oh yeah, that's way smoother. Look at that. So that's that one. You can tell the multichromes. I think this is a multichrome as well. Let me just... Is it though? No, it's not that one. So this one. And this one looks dry AF as well. It's Spectrum. That one there. We'll keep that for now. All three of those are Multichromes. We're keeping them. They're like £15 an eyeshadow. I really didn't want to get rid of them. I would have only got rid of them if they were super, super dry. I'm just going to make sure my hand's dry. Then there was another one here. So, Barbados. This was one of the first eyeshadows I got by Pastel Roses. Yeah, I thought it might be dry. You can barely see anything. Okay, that one's going. This hurts my heart, Sky, because I know I've spent a lot of money here. Then we have, let's go in with this one. Is this Pastel Roses? It doesn't look like the kind of font what they use. I don't think it's one of their shadows, so we'll leave that for a minute. Because I want to show you all of the Pastel Roses ones first. Right, Teal. Please be alright. This one here. Yeah, that one is fairly new, I think. So although they're not kind of multi-chromes, you can't see it on camera. It's like when I'm looking at it, it's teal and then it's got a lilac shift here. So, I mean, can you see it there? Possibly not. I don't know how I'm going to get to really show you the colour shifts. I think the duochromes. Right, so I need to get an antibacterial wipe on this palette. We're not doing too bad so far. I thought I would like getting rid of a lot more than I'm getting rid of. I mean, what was that? Oh, that one I'm keeping as well. Hang on, let's... Right, we've got another blue one here. Soothsayer. Again, it looks dry. It's just falling on my pants. It's not that pigmented. If you go in twice with it though, it's not that dry that I need to get rid of it at this point. So we'll keep it for the time being. I only want to get rid of the really, really dry ones just because I've splashed a lot of cash on these guys. We've got Titmouse Cosmetics, which I'll show you once I've showed you the Pastel Roses. I'll actually do a different video, I think. Amazonia. Let me just wipe my hands off. Yeah, I'll do a different video with the other shades that are in here. Amazonia. That one's pretty. That one can stay. So that's what we've got so far. I've done swatches of these before, but it's only because I'm going to be decluttering quite a few shades that I'm doing it again. And then I can swatch all of the other new shades and you can see them. Beetle. I think this one's okay too. It's just the very, very old ones I got that seem to be wanting me. Well, they don't want me to throw them out. I have to throw them out. Because the last thing I want is them to get mouldy in a palette where there's other shades. Like these, for instance, these are okay. So that one's Beetle. And Pastel Roses eyeshadows, guys, are very, very pigmented. The normal, like, metallic, shifty shades aren't that expensive. And if you get a sale, you can get them for like £2.50. I was going to buy some. I know my friend Eden bought some Pastel Roses eyeshadows. I hope you like them, Eden. If you don't come for me. Because I recommended them. I mean, I don't really see what you wouldn't like about these, because the formulas are that great. You know, you're getting your multi-chromes, your duochromes, your pressed. So if you can't afford to get multi-chromes or duochromes are very inexpensive. Multi-chromes are like £15 an eyeshadow. That's why I've only got 3. I would just get the pressed eyeshadows because you know, they are quite good. My back's so sore, guys. And then don't forget to put that Pastel haul 15 in to get you 15% off. Right, so did I try this one already? Yeah, Amazon here I did. That one's Titmouse Cosmetics. We've got Riverside. This one's a fairly old one. I remember, I mean, these ones, so you've got your smooth ones. They first brought out smooth ones and then they went down the flaky route. I wish they just kind of went with a smooth version, because the smooth versions seem to last longer. Like this one I've had for a very long time, and look at the pigment on it. But then you've got the like more flaky version, and that's got more sparkle to it. Right, Aurora, that one. Yeah, so the blues, purples and greens I got when I've had them a few years, and really I don't think I should be keeping them, but also it's my eyes, you know, if I want to keep them for a bit longer I will. So that's Aurora there. Hawaii, looks like this one's going in the bin. Oh yeah, Hawaii's going in the bin. What have we got over here? Titmouse Cosmetics. I think these are all Titmouse Cosmetics, but I better check them. Yep. I think these ones with a different font were given to me as extras. So we've got Grape. I'm sure that's from Pastel Roses. And this is just a pressed shadow. Yeah, so you can see the difference. That one isn't as nice as those two. I don't know if I'll use it. I don't think I've ever used it. I don't know, guys. I don't know whether to just swatch that again. So if I'm not going to use it, I may as well declutter it, right? Let's try that one again. It's not really my colour at all. That can go as well. So I think that one's Titmouse Cosmetics, yeah. That one is. This big massive gold one was Unique Beauty. So Titmouse Cosmetics and Unique Beauty are going to be in a video by itself. Okay, then I think this one's Lime Twist, which it looks like it's okay. I'm glad, because it's one of my favourite eyeshadows. I mean, it is getting on the drier side, but yeah, it's okay for now. Look at that, guys. It's like lime, but it's also like a peachy shade. I think that's why they called it Lime Twist. Nymph. That one there. Can you see how there are a lot of greens and blues? I think this one's okay too. As I was saying before I got rudely interrupted, those two shades would make a beautiful pairing. Right, I think that's Titmouse again, yeah. I think this is, yeah, this is California. This is really old too. Got a feeling it's okay for the time being, I think. I think I'll be getting that again. Right, let's bin it. It is dry. I'm sad about that, to be honest. And then we have got Pixie, another orange one. And this one looks like it needs to be decluttered too, which again, yeah, there's absolutely no pigment coming off that, and that's a duochrome. So we're going to get a shot of that. Right, this one that I showed before, I think it was a freebie from Pastel Roses. I don't think it's Titmouse Cosmetics. Whoops. It's flaky, it's soft. I don't think I've ever used it. I need to use it. I don't think I'll be staying around the collection though. It doesn't have that normal va-va-voom that the other Pastel Roses have got. I only want, if I'm going to order from an indie brand, I only want sparkly multichromes, duochromes, right? And then there's two more, which I don't know if these are Pastel Roses or the other brands that I talked about earlier. Okay, so this was another freebie, Moonlight. They just, so as I was saying, it just doesn't look like it's got anything about it. Looks dull. And do I really want to be keeping a dull eyeshadow? It's like, where's the sparkle? I do feel that I should be trying it before I criticise it, and I don't think I've tried it. So we'll do that, we'll try it. Put it up there. And then we've got Pink Lemonade. I suppose I could put a bit of this over that shade I've just shown you, if it works. No. If you're getting these pastel roses, I mean, looks alright, I guess. I think it might just have hard pan on the top. Right, it is a bit flaky, but I think that and that would go nice. Right, so what we need to do is we need to clean this palette up. It's mainly pastel roses, but we've got some Titmouse cosmetics down here, a Unique Beauty one as well. So clean it up a bit with some antibacterial wipes. Put these shades in, hopefully, especially the 12 shades I've got going along here. I'm not too fussed about this one because it's Makeup Geek. And then the Titmouse cosmetics and the Unique Beauty will be in a separate video. We'll swatch it like we've done here, and I'll make a decision on whether I want to keep or declutter them. What we've decluttered so far are 2, 4, 7 eyeshadows. That cost quite a lot of money. I don't know how much that's costed, but there's at least 1 duochrome in there, which I'm really not happy about. But this has just taught me a valuable lesson. Use what you have instead of buying like a rotating door, right? This concludes the video, guys. If you like this kind of content, please like, subscribe, share and comment, and I will see you all in the next one.